goes Piper.
And you're not thinking about it, but just running Niven back and forth.
Naomi helps Bianca Belair defend the WWE Women's Tag title against Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. The WWE Women's Tag Team title will be on the line when Bianca Belair and Naomi battle Candice LeRae and WWE Women's Champion Nia Jax. With Jade Cargill unable to compete, Belair enlisted Naomi to help her, so the EST isn't forced to relinquish her title. Tiffany Stratton's loss in the Women's United States title tournament caused a riff in her friendship with Jax and LeRae, leading to the Poison Pixie getting the match made for herself and Jax. Can the new team of Belair and Naomi get the job done, or will Jax and LeRae walk away the new Women's Tag Team Champions? Triple H calls Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair superheroes. If they're not, I'm not sure who business is booming in the world of professional wrestling. Especially when it comes to WWE, the company has been seeing huge profits in recent years. One of the key factors in this sudden surge in popularity is the fact that Triple H has taken charge. It is also to be noted that now wrestling is not the only profession for wrestlers. The art of professional wrestling also paves the way for talents to enter into the acting business. Recently, WWE's Chief Content Officer Triple H was a special guest on the Roommates show. During the interview, Triple H Levesque shared his thoughts on wrestlers entering the world of Hollywood. He also mentioned that stars like the original Tribal Chief Roman Reigns and former WWE Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley would perfectly fit in an action movie. He also shared that he sees stars like Ripley, Bianca Belair, and Jade Cargill as superheroes. Wrestling is accepted now. If somebody goes and does a movie or TV film, it's so accepted to where it's not. What's this wrestler doing in this movie? Now, they can sort of fit in, and people are more accepted of it. I think over the years, you'll see some of that. Guys like Roman Reigns, and some of our women too. Rhea Ripley, or people like that. Especially with action movies and the superhero genre, if Rhea Ripley is not a superhero, I'm not sure who is. Bianca Belair is another. Jade Cargill. If they're not superheroes, what is? Triple H said, Bianca Belair is so proud of current tag team run. I put everything I have into it. Bianca Belair is so proud of her current WWE tag team title run. Since WrestleMania XL, she has been tagging with new signing Jade Cargill. The pair have been incredibly successful and are currently in their second reign as WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Bianca Belair and Montez Ford spoke with Rosenberg Wrestling, where Bianca was asked how she is enjoying being in a tag team with Jade Cargill. The WWE Women's Tag Team Champion explained that it's much different to being a single star. However, she is super proud of what they have accomplished, having put everything into their current tag team run. I've been enjoying it. I mean, it's different and new for me, but I feel like we've been able to accomplish so much. I'm super proud of it. I love when I get to do something and I can walk away and say, we did that. The tag team division is on fire. We were just in Saudi Arabia, and there were 8 women in that match. Everyone shined. Everyone looked great. I came out with an egg on my head and a busted lip. It was war, but we walked out as champions. It's something I'm so proud of. I put everything I have into this tag team, and I'm just so proud of what we're accomplishing together. The former tag team champion advised his wife to always know yourself and to adjust to her opponent's patterns. Given she is in her second reign as tag team champion with Bianca Belair, it is clearly good advice to follow. I always want to see her do well, and because I'm so familiar with that environment, it wouldn't do me any justice not to share any knowledge. The key is to always know yourself. If you know yourself, your partner is going to know you too, and you'll naturally flow together. You never want to adjust too much to their pattern. Be yourself, and let the two of you combine and figure everything out along the way. Don't force anything, just learn each other. That's it. Bianca Belair then jumped in, explaining how she looks up to the Street Profits and looks to them for advice. He's big on collaboration. He's always saying, collaborate, collaborate. He reminds us that we're a tag team, and he's been such a huge help. He was actually there when we came up with our tag team finisher, and he's helped us with so many different moves and even with our overall dynamic. I look up to them so much. I think they're one of the most underrated tag teams and one of the teams that have been together the longest. I've watched them grow from when he and Dawkins first came together all the way to now where they've been champions. I really look to them a lot for advice. WWE superstar Bianca Belair announces WrestleMania 41 tickets officially on sale. Bianca Belair versus Jade Cargill. Predicting who turns heel and how it should happen. Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair have become a consistently entertaining tag team with endless marketing potential, but their inevitable breakup will lead to a money match. When the inaugural AWTBS champion joined WWE last September, Belair instantly topped most fans' list of her dream opponents. Their stare-down in this year's Women's Royal Rumble match was electric. The visual of the two was an immediate indication of what could be an iconic feud. So much so that many viewers expected them to clash for the first time at WrestleMania 40. Instead, they partnered with Naomi to form the Big Three and take on Damage Control, which has been successful due to its excellent on-screen chemistry. Nevertheless, WWE is playing the long game here, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see this union isn't built to last. Hip-hop enthusiasts may notice that the Big Three is also a term popularized for the three top rappers of the 2010s: Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and Drake. Lamar famously referenced it as he separated himself from the pack and kicked off the biggest rap beef of the decade on Future and Metro Boomin's hit single, Like That. That could be merely a coincidence, but their name may have also prophesied an eventual rift and heel turn. So, whose ambitions will lead them to strike out on their own? And who will go through the proverbial barbershop window? The EST of WWE is one of NXT's greatest success stories. Over the past 8 years, the popular homegrown superstar has blossomed into one of the brightest names in the company. In 2023, Belair surpassed Trish Stratus' 2005 run to become the longest-reigning women's champion of the modern era. Yet, the pride of Knoxville, Tennessee has been unable to recapture such a triumph this year as a singles competitor. The 35-year-old fell short at the Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber, and Nia Jax pulled off an upset to defeat her in the Queen of the Ring semifinals. Her latest loss to Io Sky from this week's Raw proved she's still an exceptional in-ring talent, but she's not nearly as dominant. Interestingly, Damage Control has remained a thorn in her side since its debut at SummerSlam in 2022. As such, she still doesn't trust Bayley, which could cause tension with Naomi in the lead-in to the War Games match on November 30th. One would have to assume a common enemy in Jax and her allies could force these heated rivals to team up at Survivor Series. This could plant the seeds for a return to form as Belair gives in to her growing frustrations. After all, she rose to prominence as an